Hello, this is Miho from Canada. How are you guys doing? I hope your mental and physical health is good and fit. So today I'm thinking about this gratitude. I love this gratitude, but I didn't know when I was living in a negative, very dark zone of my life. Appreciation, gratitude, yes, I understood, but I only felt when something good happened to me or somebody else did something nice to me or something in that line. So I didn't really understood what the gratitude meant then. So my life was not filled with it, so things are not good because I always focused on outside of myself and blamed on them. I blamed my environment, blamed my parents, blamed my education, blamed my lack of my money, all those things. And because of those, my life is not good. And I start to understand this having gratitude, literally the shower of gratitude. So when you're living in that dark zone, you think because the life is not going well for you, so that you think there is nothing to appreciate for. There is nothing to feel the gratitude for. But what it is that you have always something to grateful for. Start with the body. You can look and see the scenery. You can eat the really good food and taste it. You can move your arms around to do things and legs to carry you everywhere that you wish. Your body functions really well so you can live your life. All those little things that you take it as a granted. And when you live like that, occasionally they give you a shock treatment. Like you break the bone, all of a sudden, oh my gosh, I needed the arm, to do things. And I didn't know that it was so inconvenient not be able to use my arm or the fingers or even the paper cut, just a little tiny cut. But it really hurts and it really bothers you, and it's just inconvenient because you just try to avoid that the area. So sometimes people go through this shock treatment, like getting ill or like disease or some sort of accident. So all of a sudden you wake up like, oh my gosh, this is not this is not like something everybody has. Like you need to have this gratitude and don't want to take it as a granted. And when you find that out, that your life really start to shift, because there is nothing that take it for granted. And everything, when it seems normal, it's a continuation of the miracles. Like you go out and come home. You didn't get hit by the car, or you didn't trip, scrape everywhere. None of those happened. And then you came home one piece. It's a miracle. And nowadays that, you just don't know when, things happen. Even though you're super healthy, you just don't know what tomorrow holds. So take one day at a time, and to meeting people as well, that you might not see this person ever again. So you just take one day at a time, because you just never know what happened to you or what happened to them the next day and on. So you take one moment at a time and you really appreciate the time together, and you also appreciate your body and your mind, and you have the food on the table, roof over your head. When you start thinking that way, there's so many things to be grateful for. So you less and less that you take things as granted. When you do in a loop of take things as granted, then you start to really live in how you say, it's a victim mode. So you don't focus on yourself, you're focusing on outside of yourself, and if something doesn't go well, and then you become the victim mode and you blame for the others and other forces. But the thing is, when you're focused on yourself, you radiate your frequency and things get really better. But if you're in a victim mode, that's what you radiate, that's what your frequencies is at, so that what you attract is what you have the energy for. So therefore, when you're in a victim mode, of course you attract so many things that are in a lower state of energy, which doesn't really help to improve your life for the better. So as soon as you realize this loop going, and you can shift your mindset, you can shift your consciousness to the better way, the better state of being, and that's all inside of you. The outside of force wouldn't really change you. It's coming from within. That means you can really leap from darkness to the light, and that's really helped me to get out of that dark loop, the gratitude and appreciation. Even though you think what you're at, your position is not fortunate, but later on, maybe 10 years down the road, or maybe longer, you look back and appreciate those terrible things that happen to you, but it really made you strong, or made you mentally really tough, or you learn so much from that experience, so that everything that happens to you, you think it was really bad, but later on you think, oh, I really needed to go through that experience to feel the certain things, to understand what's like, to make yourself stronger, to really determined, or learn things for the better. So everything that you go through has its own meaning, and you need to take that as a gratitude and appreciate things that you go through life. And when you start in the right mode of gratitude in the morning, it really helps you set your mode. And you don't need to spend like an hour thinking about it. It's just 2-3 things. Like, I could get up in the morning this early, I'm so grateful. I could get up, thinking about I have a whole day to explore, or oh, I can eat this food, I'm so appreciative. Those little things. So that really makes your mind shift to you're the center, you're the one who creates the reality, you're the one who changes the way you like it. It's not the outside force. You have the choice to really choose your own life, to create your life the way you want it. It's not the other forces that making you do things. So you start to shift in that world, and that's a freedom, that's a sense of relief, that you're no longer attached to the outside force. So the gratitude, it really helps you to move forward. And when I start doing this, it really shifted my world to a much better place. From darkness to the light, you can really leap that position, and you'll be much happier. Okay, so gratitude, getting into your practice, like getting into the daily habit, it really pay off. See you soon.